Hey, how are you? Jeremy Callahan here, and I wanted to come at you today and tell you my story of origin and how I became the guy that I am now, the App Man. But I'm more than the App Man, you know? That's something I branded myself to get more clients, app development clients, mobile and web development clients. But there's a whole hell of a lot more to me than just that. And so I want to tell you a little story about who I became and why I became that person. And it all starts, for me, really, it starts right after college. And prior to college, just a normal guy from a normal town in Northern California. Anytown, USA, Chico. What a great place to be from. Great mom and dad. And I always wanted to go to college for whatever reason. Maybe they told me I needed to go to college. Actually, the reason I went to college was because everything I had heard up until that point was people that go to college make more money than people that don't. So I wanted to go to college because I just wanted to make more money and get a better job and have a great career. The problem was I went to college and I didn't know what the hell I was doing there, or what I was studying. And for some reason, I liked to listen to AM talk radio back in the day, political talk radio. So I became a political science major. So I went there, I studied that. And while I was studying that, I realized this isn't going to go anywhere. But the program had a paralegal certificate. So if you took 30 units, you could get a paralegal certificate. So I became a paralegal. I got the paralegal certificate. And I figured I would go to law school, but a couple of things happened. One, we had this like mock courtroom competition that you're in the paralegal thing, and I bombed miserably. I was like, it must have been painful to watch me. I was so embarrassed. I was like, I didn't even know what to say. I barely could talk. That was the first thing that happened. And then the second thing that happened is they had these like kind of intern positions at the it's called CLIC, Community Legal Information Center, and it's all staffed with paralegals, and we would help people with legal troubles, and it was fun. And I really enjoyed it, so I applied to become a director, and I didn't get it. And then I saw some of the other people that got it, and I was just like, how in the heck could they get that? How could they choose those people and not me? And so I had this paralegal certificate, and I finished college, and I started looking for jobs, and I couldn't find any jobs of any type, And so the one thing that I had was this paralegal certificate. I had one little tiny skill. So I started working as a paralegal, and I figured I would still go to law school. And that summer I started working at this law firm, and all of the attorneys that were there, they were all in their late 20s, and I was early 20s, and they all said, don't go to law school. Whatever you do not go to law school. And I was like, why? And they said, well, because you're going to owe a lot of money when you're done, and you might not want to practice law. If you're not into it, why would you want to do it? And that was good advice. That was really good advice. And so I was just bored. I was working this job. I was brought in to they had been paying a class action lawsuit for 3 years. All these different people, all these different vendors, and they didn't know who they were paying, and they got audited. And so I had to come in and create a spreadsheet for them of all the payments that had gone through. And they had all these massive spreadsheets. And I came in, and within 4 days, I had figured out who everybody was, paid, receipts, the whole thing. Dude, I am a highly organized person. You come to my house, you see, I'm telling you, I'm organized. And that's why probably I'm a good software engineer too. I'm very organized. So anyways, to get back to the story is I go to the partner and I go, hey, here's all the stuff. Everybody's this is pay, this is, and the partner looked at it and said, this is awesome. However, this is a 12-week project, and you finish this within 4 days. And the way law firms work, young squire, is we bill. If we say it takes 12 weeks, it takes 12 weeks. We bill every hour of those 12 weeks. So you should go and fix this, is I think what he said to me in a weird way, which was basically he was winking and being like, you could sit there for 12 weeks for all I care. So anyhow, so I was just sitting there doing nothing, and I remember my wrist was super sore from clicking my mouse so many times when I was playing solitaire. I was doing nothing but playing solitaire, and I was so bored, and I decided to apply for an MBA program. So I applied for an MBA program, and about the same time, I had come up with this idea for a website. This is like 1999, and this is even before the .com days. This is so far back. And I came up with the idea for a website, and I decided to start a business around it. And I was in the MBA program, So I took a few computer courses, not many, like 2, and then I would just go to Borders and I would read all these books and try to figure out all the stuff I was trying to program, how to put videos on the internet in 1999. Dude, nobody put videos on the internet in 99. I was like a pioneer. I was like a guy with a pickaxe in the gold rush days. So I did all that. I learned programming, and at the same time I was in the MBA program, so I would always be taking marketing, accounting, all these different courses, and every course I took was related back to the thing I was building. And that's, I think, where I got my edge on everything I ended up doing. And even when I became a mobile programmer, I had an idea for a mobile app at that time. So it was easy for me to learn because I was actually doing something I wanted to be doing. And I've always been a creative person. I come from a creative background. Both my mom and dad are always doing stuff. My dad does art. He's writing a book. My mom sews. She cooks. So there's all this creativity that I grew up with. And I was always creative growing up as well, building stuff, taking things apart. I had remote control cars. I was a skateboarder. I used to build skateboard ramps. I did it all, and then I got into computers. And so that's the same thing. It's building, it's engineering, and it's something I really love to do. And that's how I really became, and that's why I do what I do. Now, beyond that that's just the building, the siding, the creative and all that. But what I really enjoy doing is working with people and taking people's ideas. And it's not just necessarily a business idea. I mean, that's what pays the bills. So I help people in their businesses. But most of the time when I'm helping someone in their business, I'm giving them way better advice than that. I'll give you a perfect example. I was building an app called Class Hoppers, and it was this really cool app for a woman named Iris, and you could book like appointments. So if you're like in, I don't know, if you're in Topeka, Kansas, you can look up all the classes around you and all the different gyms and just book into a class. It's kind of like that site ClassPass, if you've ever heard of that. A little different. Right before she's about to launch this app, like a month before, she calls me up and she wants to pull back on it because she just went on the web and saw another company doing the exact same thing. And so I broke it down for her. I was like, you know what? Everybody's doing something. I had programmed, the same thing had happened to me. I had programmed an app. 2 days before I launched the app, this company in the UK was doing the exact same thing, and they had gotten a shit ton of press on it. And I was crushed for about a day. And then I thought, I can do it better than them. I can market better than them. I can sell better than them. And that's exactly what I told Iris that day. I'm like, you know what? Someone's always going to be there. Don't worry about the other people. Worry about yourself and worry about how you can, what you can do to be better. And so whether it's that in business, with the kids, when I used to coach the soccer team, it wasn't about soccer. It was just about making them better people. Yeah, we had soccer as our mechanism and everything like that. But if I'm telling you to keep it simple, stupid, KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. That applies to everything in your life. So, it doesn't matter what we're doing. So I really love to work with people. I really like to turn ideas into products. And I really like to help people. I like to help people in their lives. I have a lot of friends that are going through various things in their lives. Divorce, different things. I've been divorced, so I can tell you all the ins and outs of that and really help you. There's so many ways that I can help you, and I want to help you. And my primary business is mobile app development. I love doing it, but I love doing more than that as well. And I want to convey that to you, that I really enjoy doing more than just programming mobile apps. Hope you have a great day. It's great talking to you.